Okay, so to get into this corrections replacement parts issue, I never fitted the wings, properly, so they just came off very easily. Now what it's asking me to do though is to take off these side panels. So I've got to take off these side panels. They're only held on by 3 screws. So that's the next thing we're going to do, just take off these side panels, keeping hold of these screws. I'll probably put the screws back into the holes that they kind of come out of. Okay, now it's this part coming off, which is the interior support. So there's 4 screws that are going to hold this on. And then the cockpit section, so that's off now. Now the cockpit section coming off, and that's 3 screws. 3. Okay. Now you've got to undo where the cable goes in for the undercarriage. Simple to identify where that goes in. So they're released. Cables are released. So you take this plug off. I'm going to take this off first and then I'll remove the Okay, I'm going to have to take this apart and then hopefully it can come off and I can try and get that off. Because the electrical cable is not coming off very easily. This is not coming off at all easily. Pulling off the connector. Okay, I'll just get rid of the Spitfire for a minute. Okay, so let's hope I can get this off. It's proving quite difficult to remove this electrical cable connector without pulling off this connector. Managed to get that off. That was quite difficult to do, actually, to take that off. Okay. Right. Anyway, here's the here's this. I need to make sure it goes on the right way around again. Right, so let me just Everything sorted. So I need the replacement parts, which are going to be metal, because the original parts were plastic. Obviously they decided they needed to upgrade them to metal cogs, really. 3 metal cogs, and we've got an uprated piece, which I'm going to dip with some super glue as well. So first thing we do is reassemble the cogs in the gearbox using a new cable 100E and the metal cog 100B and 100C. Fit the cable 100E, so it's this one. Right, I've read that one of the problems with this could be these end parts, these little kind of crimps at the end, and what somebody's recommended, and I'm going to do that, is to dip them in super glue to ensure that they remain really solid and on. So that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of super glue. Get the actual end parts, dip them in super glue. For a little while. Right, so first thing that goes on for me will be the metal cog, or metal worm gear, and then we're going to put the cable between there. When you put this in, it's got a little kind of keyway. You need to make sure the keyway is facing upwards. There's a little key on top of that. Obviously this thing goes on. Okay. I think that's it. Them ones, keep them as spares, I guess, especially the cable, because the cable apparently is quite fragile and does break. Okay, and now it's just basically a reverse of what I've just done. But there is an extra kind of connector piece cable to go on between this and this. I'm not too sure why, but yeah, there is. So I've got to replace this cable. Well, there's going to be this little connector piece that goes onto there. I'll do that. Connect it up. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to get this redone. So this is the actual connector. So this goes through here, goes on top of there, it goes through there. No, I'll put that on the last side. I'll put that on there in a minute. First thing we're going to do is put on this motor housing. Okay, I'm now going to put on these before I put this on, because I want them. Can't remember if it's better. Yeah, I think it's going to be better, isn't it, if it goes on top of the cable rather than underneath the cable. If it goes underneath, it'll lift it up. Okay, hopefully that's going to be good enough. Try and put a little bit super on Okay, now what I need to do is put this little link wire on. Then the cable comes through, it's attached. Can't see what the difference is, if I'm honest. This is just a bit of an extension cable. I do not know. Okay, and the cockpit can go back on. I think is that it? That's it for everything's back together, apart from the fuselage part. So I'm just going to put them on. I think that's the aircraft upgrade kind of done. Okay, so that's everything replaced on there. That cable's replaced. Pretty happy about how that is, but I'll go like that. Okay, yeah, that is the undercarriage gearbox and operating cable replaced. Hopefully that will last at least a couple of goes. There is another part which is the doing the base, but I'm not going to do that at this point because I'm going to do a whole kind of video on the base. So that is it for the first part of the modifications. Okay, so thank you very much for watching my presentation of this issue of Build a Spitfire Mk1A by Hachette PartWorks. And if you'd like to see the progression of this model or any of the other models on the channel, because I've got the Ecto one and the Ferrari F40 going on at the moment, then you can always consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed this video, then give us a thumbs up or pop any comments in the comments box. I always get back to those. But hey, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hope to catch you again on the channel soon. Take care and ta-ra for now.